Okay, so if you're a little bit like me and get limited time for your carp fishing, you may well find yourself doing what I'm doing here today. I'm only going to be fishing for an afternoon session. It's already dinner time, I've been busy this morning. I'm at work tomorrow, so I can't do an overnighter, so no bivvies, no beds. So lunchtime through to the early part of evening. So it's a really short window of opportunity to see if I can nick a bite. Now, it's a hot summer's day. It's probably not the best time of year to be fishing on the bottom during the daytime, so I've seen one or two fish scattered around on the top, and that's exactly where I'm going to target them on this session. Now, I'm at a lake called Stables Carp Fishery, which I actually co-own with a couple of friends, so I know it reasonably well. I don't fish here too often, but when they're on the top and they're in the right mood, you can do really well fishing here on the surface. When they're in the wrong mood, it can be really frustrating. So at this stage, I don't know what mood they're in. We'll see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fire a few baits across the top, see if I can get a little bit of interest and just assess how I'm going to get the best out of this short session. Right, so I've got one or two coming up. The bird life is doing what bird life does, unfortunately, but can't do a lot about that. But they are one or two fish just having a go. So I'm just going to keep a steady stream of bait going in. I know the ducks are going to attack it, but in and amongst them ducks there is fish, and I'm not bothered if the ducks get a few of them, because in and amongst them, like I say, it's just one or two fish just starting to take a couple. Now that's a really good sign. And I've just been drifting a few of the beta stim floaters just across on the wind, and oh, another one's just taken, so they're just starting to take a few there. Now what I've done is I've put that zig just underneath the surface, probably about half a foot, something like that. And what I've found is it's a bit more disturbance getting it out, obviously, because you're using a lead, but once it's out there, the wind doesn't touch it, it stays where it is, and you can just drift bait across the top of it. And one or two have just started taking more confidently as well. They're proper took them that time. So yeah, that's a bit more encouraging. So at DNA we do a range of different products to help you with your zig and floater fishing. Now the first product I want to talk about are these. Now these are the beta stim floater pellets. Now if you've used the beta stim pellets before in the past, you'll know they're super attractive. Carp absolutely love them. Well, they're exactly the same but in a floating version. So these are available in 6mm and 11mm and 1 kilo bags and 3 kilo bags respectively. What I find on a lot of waters is most people will tend to use a dog mixer or a dog biscuit of some description, so using a proven carp bait on the surface can sometimes give you a massive edge. We also do two different cloud mixes for spodding over zigs. The first one is a white powder, which is called the Blizzard, and the second one is a red coloured powder, which is called the Red Mist. So with the Blizzard mix, the main ingredients are ground tigers, ground hemp and coconut meal. The Red Mist is made up of similar ingredients but includes paprika and chili powder. So all you need to do with the cloud mixes is put them into a bait bucket, pour some water over the top and just mix it into the right consistency. Just simply spod them over your zigs. And what that's going to do for you is when the spod lands, it's going to cloud the area up, and tiny little bits of tigers and tiny little bits of hemp with all those flavourings are going to cloud around the area. And what you can find with that is you can get a bite on your zig much quicker than just fishing a single static bait. So when you're fishing a cloud mix over zigs, the last ingredient I like to use is a little bit of oil. Now you don't need to go mad with this and start pouring loads in, you only need a little bit. I use the hemp oil or the salmon oil. I've had good success on both of these. Now the advantage to doing this is the first thing it's going to do, it's going to create an oily slick around the area that you're fishing, and carp are naturally attracted to it. The second thing it's going to do is the water around the area where you're fishing, where you're putting your spod mix, that is going to flatten off because the oil will do that to any wind that's blowing across the water, and that allows you to see at what range the fish are and where the fish are picking bits up. You just get a better idea of what's going on in and around your zig with a little bit of oil in the mix. So on this afternoon session, I haven't really had the fish feeding confidently how I really want them to feed. You know, when they're really taking the baits, and that's when, you know, their defences are down and you tend to get more bites. What I have had is I've had one or two from the bunch just move into the area that I'm drifting those floaters across, and one or two I've taken reasonably, you know, confidently. So I think I'm still in the chance of a bite. I've got 2 rods out there on over depth zigs, both on that right hand side channel, so I'm catapulting to the right and just letting the wind drift them down, and like I say, 1 or 2 are having a go. And what I've been using the 11mm floaters on this instance, and what I've done is I've incorporated a little bit of the hemp oil and a little bit of the red mist. So I'll put some floaters in this bucket, and all I've done is poured a little bit of the hemp oil. Like I say, you don't need loads of it, just get them nice and glistening so they've got that oil over them. And I've poured a little bit of the red mist over the top, and what that does is it just sticks to the oil. So these look brilliant. There's the powder that I've put in there just like sticks to the coating of the pellet and just gives it that little bit of extra attraction. So I'm going to fire a few more of these out now, and hopefully we can get 1 or 2 more back in the area, and one of them's going to make a mistake and pick up that zig. That would be nice. Finally, one of these rods has gone. They've been in and out and in and out, and yeah, just sneaking the odd few, then moving back out, and then coming back around half an hour later and sneaking another couple. That's the beauty of these over depth zigs. You can put them exactly where you want them, and they stay there just on a tiny little lead. And we've got what looks to be a nice scaly mirror there. We got one. So it's definitely been a day of perseverance, and finally it pays off. I've had a bite. So there was 1 or 2 just coming in and nicking a couple, like I said before, and then there was drifting off, and then they'll come back in, and it was just like Groundhog Day, more bait, and eventually a couple of fish came in and really started going for them, and I thought, you know, that's close to where I'm fishing, and yeah, it picked that over depth zig up, and I've got a bite and a really pretty fish. Now, there's not too many fish this size in this lake at all. There's probably only a few. Very small fish for the standard stamper fish what we get in here, but absolutely stunning little scaly one. So yeah, really happy. I'm caught on a method that I really like to do, you know, over depth zigs, you know, just 6 or 8 inches off the top, and just drift them beta stim floaters over the top. And yeah, I've had quite a few fish out of this lake fishing that method, and it's just going into the early part of the evening. I've probably got another couple of hours of light left, so there's every chance I could get another bite, but if I don't, super happy with this fish, and yeah, happy carper. Well, I don't know whether you can see, but they're starting to take much more confidently now. Throughout the course of the afternoon, they've been, you know, taking the odd one, but not with any confidence. But now the light's just starting to drop, and I've always found this to be a really, really good time of the day for fishing like this. And there's a group of fish really hitting the baits now, so I'm confident that I could get another bite. I did actually lose another one. I had a proper screamer while I was fixing the other rod up. I had a screamer, and yeah, I lost that one, unfortunately. It kited down the lake, and it looked a better fish, to be fair, but you know, that's carp fishing. But yeah, much more confident now. Yeah, I think one of these is going to go again, to be fair. Oh, it's gotta go, it's gotta go. I can't believe these rods aren't going. I don't know whether you can see it, but they're all over it. Proper having them now. Got a bit, oh, yeah, we're in, yeah, we're in. Right, I'm going to try not to lose this one. This does feel a better fish as well. This has done exactly what the one I lost did. It kited right really quickly. I'd have been amazed if one of these rods hadn't have gone the amount of fish that were there. Just try and keep them away from this rod. Has he gone under it? Has he gone under it? Yeah, he's gone under it. He's gone under it. Come on, mate. It's just a bit of an overhanging tree to the left. I don't want him going in there. Come on, out of there, mate. Out of there. Out of there. He's trying to get into this tree to my left. Come on, mate. Don't do that to me. Come on. Come on. Get out of there. I hate it when they do this. But he's out. No, no, no. Come on, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out. He snagged me up in this tree under here, but he's still on. It's just a little branch he's just caught on. Come on, get out. Out, 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 out. That's it. Come on, get out. He likes it down there, but he's free now, he's out. He was just caught on a little branch. He's trying to go back. This is the thing with light tackle. Unfortunately, you can't rive them. Go on, get in. Oh, yes. Got him. Got him. Wow. Oh, yeah, he's a better fish. Wow, what a fight that was, man. He tore off down the lake to the right. I got him back, he came underneath this rod, got him under, and then he went into that like overhanging bush there and he got taffled up in it. I could see him, but I couldn't, like with zig line, I couldn't put too much pressure on, and he just kicked and came out. I was lucky there. I got away with one, I think, there, and yeah, he looks a decent fish. So yeah, 3 bites, 2 landed, so yeah, and they're still taking them, so I've still got a rod out there, so yeah, it's all come good. Right, so I had that little scaly number and I thought I'll maybe get another chance, and I actually lost one on the right hand rod, unfortunately. Yeah, hook pulled, and I thought maybe that was my chance and I wasn't going to get another opportunity, and yeah, I've had one of the nicer fish out the lake, probably above average for weight for this lake. Lovely fish, 22.5 pound, and on a tactic that you don't see too many people doing down here, you know, just been drifting them beta stim floaters across the lake, and then been getting more and more confident throughout the day, and bingo, I've had one of the better fish. So super happy. I've got about maybe an hour or so left. I'm going to slowly start packing down, but if I don't get another one, mega happy with this. What a great afternoon's fishing.